In the beginning, the story of creation and the fall of man long. Before time as we know it, before the sun lit up the sky and the stars twinkled at night, there was only God. He was the beginning of all things, the creator of the heavens and the earth. Out of nothing, he spoke, and the universe took shape. On the first day God commanded, "Let there be light." And at his word, light burst forth, chasing away the darkness. He separated the light from the darkness and called them day and night. On the second day, God created the sky, stretching it above the waters, forming a vast expanse that would hold the clouds and give breath to the world. On the third day, God gathered the waters in one place, making seas and revealing dry land. He then spoke, and the earth sprouted with lush green plants, mighty trees, and colorful flowers, each bearing seeds to fill the world with life. On the fourth day, God placed the sun in the sky to shine during the day, and the moon and stars to glow at night, marking the seasons and time. On the fifth day, he filled the seas with great fish, playful dolphins, and creatures of all kinds. The sky came alive with birds soaring high, singing melodies of praise. On the sixth day, God created animals to roam the earth, gentle lambs, mighty lions, playful rabbits, and towering elephants. But his greatest creation was yet to come, with love. He formed man from the dust of the ground and breathed life into him. This man, Adam, was made in God's image, unlike any other creature. Later, God caused Adam to sleep deeply, and from his rib, he created a woman, Eve, to be his companion. God saw all that he had made, and it was very good. On the seventh day he rested, blessing this day as holy. The Garden of Eden. A perfect home. God placed Adam and Eve in a beautiful paradise called the Garden of Eden. It was a place filled with towering trees, flowing rivers, and every kind of fruit-bearing plant. There was no pain, no sorrow, only peace and joy as they walked with God, learning from him and tending the garden. In the center of the garden stood two special trees, the tree of life and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. God gave Adam and Eve only one command. You may eat from any tree in the garden, but you must not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, for if you do, you will surely die. Adam and Eve were happy, for they had everything they needed, and God was with them. They did not know hunger, sadness, or fear. They only knew love and perfect peace. The great deception. But one day, a cunning serpent, filled with jealousy and deceit, slithered near Eve. This was no ordinary serpent. It was Satan, the fallen angel who had rebelled against God. With a smooth, persuasive voice, he whispered, "Did God really say you must not eat from any tree in the garden?" Eve hesitated. "We may eat from the trees," she replied, "but God said we must not eat or even touch the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, or we will die." The serpent chuckled. "You will not surely die," he said slyly. "God knows that when you eat of it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like him, knowing good and evil." Eve looked at the fruit. It was beautiful, desirable, and the thought of being wise like God was tempting. She reached out, plucked the fruit, and took a bite. Then she gave some to Adam, who was with her, and he ate as well. The consequence of sin. At that moment, their eyes were opened, but instead of feeling powerful, they felt shame. They realized they were naked and quickly sewed fig leaves together to cover themselves. Fear crept into their hearts, and for the first time they hid from God. In the cool of the evening, God walked through the garden and called out, "Adam, where are you?" Adam trembled. "I heard you, but I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid." "Who told you that you were naked?" God asked. "Have you eaten from the tree I commanded you not to eat from?" Adam pointed to Eve. "The woman you gave me, she gave me the fruit and I ate." Eve, in turn, blamed the serpent. "The serpent deceived me and I ate." God's heart was sorrowful. Sin had entered the world, and with it came pain, suffering, and separation from him. He turned to the serpent and declared, "Because you have done this, you are cursed above all creatures. You will crawl on your belly and eat dust all the days of your life, and there will be enmity between you and the woman, between her offspring and yours. He will crush your head and you will strike his heel." To Eve he said, "I will greatly increase your pains in childbirth, and you will desire your husband, but he will rule over you." To Adam he said, "Because you listened to your wife and ate from the tree, the ground is cursed because of you. By painful toil you will eat from it all your life. Thorns and thistles will grow for you, and by the sweat of your brow you will eat your food until you return to the dust from which you came." Banished from paradise, God, in his mercy, made garments of animal skins to clothe Adam and Eve. But he could not let them stay in the garden, for if they ate from the tree of life, they would live forever in their sin. With a heavy heart, God sent them out of Eden, placing mighty cherubim and a flaming sword at the entrance to guard the way to the tree of life. Adam and Eve left the garden, their hearts heavy with sorrow. But even in their punishment, God had a plan. One day, through the offspring of Eve, a Savior would come, the one who would crush the serpent's head and restore what had been lost. Though they had sinned, God's love remained, and so began the great story of redemption, a story of love, sacrifice, and the promise of salvation.